What's up, everybody? Sweaty Zeus here again, and we are going to be continuing Elden Ring. This is going to be our next video, number 4, I believe. I could be wrong, so look at the top of this and see what it is. I think it's 4, though. I had an introduction video before that, but I think this should be the 4th actual. So, um, you've been playing Elden Ring for a while. You've been leveling up your vigor with me. Got a ton of health now. We've got almost 1,000, where we're gonna have probably a little under 2,000 at the very end of the game. So for right now, we are way, way good on health. But you're kind of getting bored with your starting weapon, and you want to use something cool, or maybe you haven't been listening to me and you've put 10 points in strength, or 10 points in dex, or 10 points in intelligence, or faith, or whatever. So I'm going to go through in this video, hopefully, and probably a little bit of the next one, and find you a really good starting weapon for one of each of the classes. And then I'm going to, give you a couple other suggestions if the one I show you is not what you want. Um, First of all, we've already got a couple. And these are really good weapons that'll, carry you through a big chunk of the game. Reduvia, that's going to be your bleed weapon to start. That is going to be the one, the S tier one I'm going to show you for right now. If you're doing like a dagger type guy, a thief or bandit build, and you want to use a dagger, if you want to do bleed, I would suggest leveling this up. It's amazing. It's fast, does a lot of damage, and when it inflicts bleed really fast because you're doing so many slashes so quickly. We've got the dual falcons that we just picked up playing, so you can two-hand, power stance those. They're really good, especially you can the blood ash of war we got. You can throw that on there, and let me show that to you real quick. I haven't even equipped it yet. Yeah, we can't throw it on that, but that's fine. So we could throw it on this. There's bloody splash. See, and I'll go over this real quickly. The scaling, the way it works. So right now, and this will change as we go, but if you change the Ash of War, you can see if we go up and down and you look at the damage, it changes it. 110 plus 15, 94 plus 21. Both are pretty close. But say you want to go with this one, you have the decision to either go with standard damage, which is 110 plus 15, or blood, which is 89 plus 14. The difference being the scaling. If you look down under attack power at scaling, here we're getting strength and dex scaling. So it scales at a D level. So for every point of strength and every point of dex, you're going to get a little bit of bonus to your attack power of that weapon, and that'll represent itself on the number after the plus. So in this case the 15 or the 14, before that, it's the plus number, and that's what you're getting from the scaling. This one here does a bit less regular damage. You see 89 instead of 110, but we're gaining a D in arcane. So you're going to be gaining more scaling damage. Even though it's less there, 15 and 14, this one's also going to do... Or no, I'm sorry, I was looking at a different one. But yeah, everything I said is correct. I just got distracted there. I got it mixed up with the dagger. I was about to say something. But basically, you just need to look at your damage, your attack power, and your scaling, and whatever attributes you're going to put a bunch of points into, that's where you want your scaling. So if you were to use this weapon and you're not going to put anything in arcane, you'd leave it here. And you can still buff the weapon with things that give it arcane damage. But this when you do it, you can't ever buff it, but it's gonna have, like, you know, all time built-in damage, if that makes sense. Also, standard is physical damage, and usually you do split damage with magic or blood or faith or whatever. There'll be a lot more of these as we go, and they'll usually do a little bit of, you know, like half and half. If you say, if like this said magic, let me see if it'll show here. See, it's quality, so I can't really. Um, but say it said like magic, you'll have like 90 magic and 90 physical. So if you have a enemy that's totally resistant to magic, you're only going to be doing 90 physical damage. Or vice versa, you know, if you've got an enemy that's resistant to physical, but magic, you'll do 90. But, you know, if an enemy's open to both, they'll combine and you'll do a ton of damage. So it's all trade-offs, and the system's really deep. That's what makes it so fun. Is, you know, there's a lot of things to tinker with. There's specified builds, or you can min max. You can build your guy for certain bosses, or, you know, there's so much depth to it, and that's what makes it so fun. So anyways, I know there's a long way of saying, here's our Ashes of War. Right now, we're just going to go with standard, because even though the scaling, like, say we did have points in Arcane, it's not going to start paying off for a while. So right now, I suggest just setting it all to standard damage. So you'll see that L2 on this is really cool. We got to two-hand it, because some of the shields, you'll see this one has parry, but some of them have no skill, and if you have a shield like that, it'll just go right into the L2, which is this. You see our guy will cut his hand and then sling it forward, and this does a ton of damage right now in the game. I actually wish I could throw it on, because you know, it'll immediately do like 400 damage, like at the start of the game. It's nuts. So I hope that covers that. I know I didn't explain it in the simplest of terms, um, but I wanted, you know, just to give a brief overview of Ashes of War, how the scaling works. So basically, for now, all you gotta need to know is pick a weapon you like, pick an Ash of War you like. You can try them out, you know, off and on, take them on and off all you want. It's not gonna hurt anything, and I would go with standard damage at this point. You can actually get a helmet from these guys. It's like you're wearing an octopus on your head. It's kind of funny. There's a big battle going on over here if you want to come and get some easy kills, some free points, free runes. Sometimes circling I'll miss, and it's easier just to lock on. It's like the horse will turn tighter, maybe. When you drag it, it's really good to get, you know, big groups of guys like that. Look at the ground, all the blood. It's nuts. Oh shit, come on. I was hoping to get the shield. That brass shield's one of the best shields in the game. It's available, you know, right from the start. Alright, so we're heading up here. It's gonna be a little boss. It's going to get us another S tier level weapon, especially for like a quality build, which is what my character is. I don't know if I'm going to use it because I've already played with it quite a bit, but it's one of the best weapons in the whole game. It's freaking sweet. I love it. It's so good. Um, but go ahead and get your stuff how you want set because this is a fight. It's kind of a tough one too. All right. So for these are ever jails. They're basically a jail cell for some big enemy or something. So you'll just hit the prompt here. It'll suck you in another world and you'll do a little duel. If you beat the guy, you usually get some type of reward. A lot of times there's a stone key here you gotta activate to get in. Not on this one. But we're gonna fight our first Bloodhound, which are an advanced kind of enemy. This dude's probably gonna give you problems your first time. Especially if you haven't leveled like me, your vigor. He'll probably two-shot you. Just stick and move. Try to learn his movements. You're gonna have to roll. You can try to block, but he'll still inflict bleed damage. I should have mentioned that earlier, but bleed damage actually inflicts through a shield. So even if you have a shield, a lot of times it'll still inflict on your character. See how easily we got him down because we could just almost trade hits with him. But he'll do 3 attacks in a row usually. See, 3 there. Usually got an opening after. What's cool is we're going to be able to get his move where he disappears and does like a follow-up slash. Maybe we can, yeah, got him. What keeps appearing? Is that like... Alright, Bloodhound's Fang, there it is. Get height. So all my quality guys out there, whenever you got the stats for it, I'll show this to you. 18 and 17, so if you want to get your dex up to 17, you can two-hand this a lot earlier if you two-hand it, like I was telling you, so you meet the strength requirements. But our buddy Blaidd, oh, that's who that was. I totally forgot he helps us with the fight.
Right. I have to work for it, but it's done. Don't say I'm not a man of my word.
Sweet. So he gives us a Somber Stone, so we now have a 1 and a 2. We can upgrade our weapon twice. A special weapon like this one we have, or the really good dagger I was showing you, the Reduvia. So that's a really good start. I'll show you the moveset real quick. This thing's got a ton of range. I mean, look how long it is. But here's the normal R1s. It's a 4-hit combo. Kind of medium speed. It's not really slow or fast. The charge R2s hit really hard, and then you got a double hit at the end, so it's a 3-hit combo. Just gonna hold and then hold again. But you can see, like I haven't shown yet, but when you don't meet your stats, watch this thing. See, it actually subtracts damage instead of adding. So it's 141 minus 56, where normally it'd probably be, it'd do double the. It'd probably do like over 250 damage or something. You can see we'll hit this thing and do nothing. We're doing like 28 damage. It's just kind of a joke. But the special move on this is freaking amazing. Oh, we can't do it though. Oh yeah, we can. I don't know why our guy kind of kind of wigged out on us there when I tried it. But it's basically like a backflip uppercut, like slash. Oh, it's because he's rock. We'll take him out real quick. Find a. Still don't have a bash weapon, but we'll fix that shortly. Or strike weapon. I always say bash or crash or whatever. Alright. So we're 15 minutes in already. I gotta get going. But let me show that real quick. So say you're two-handed or you've got a shield with no skill on it. Your L2 is gonna be a backflip uppercut and you're gonna retreat away. So like say you're fighting this guy and you can see he's got a real slow wind up move he's doing. You can real quick hit that. He'll usually whiff and you'll get your hit in. And what's cool is if you follow up with an R2, and you can even delay it for up to a couple seconds. You hit R2, your owl will charge back in and do another hit. And then you can go right back into another L2. So it kind of allows you to close distance and carry distance and allows you to come in and out, and you can kind of learn to use it timing based on the enemy's movements and when you see them starting to attack. So I'll show you. Here's the L2 and then the R2. He comes back and does a follow-up slash, and you'll actually disappear when you do this all if you meet the stat requirements. You'll do a freaking ton of damage too. Let's say he's winding up, you can flip, he misses, go back, hit him again. Super, super effective. Alright. Hop back on Torrent. Mark this off. I highly recommend you do this and talk to Blaidd the wolf first, because even if you're a mage and you think like this thing ain't gonna help you, we're gonna get an item later on that requires that you've done this with Blaidd. So definitely have to talk to Blaidd in the next area. That's going to reduce how much FP you use when casting magic or doing special moves or anything like that. Okay, so now for my mages out there. I can find where it is. Huh, I got turned around. That makes sense. But yeah, Blaidd tells us to go talk to EG. And he's a character we'll meet coming up in the next area. And he'll give us that talisman I was talking about that reduces your consumption of FP. So just jump over this. I always grab these to any bowl. You'll go over here and find Starlight Shards. You can trade them for some cool stuff coming up, or you can use them and they'll refill your FP slowly. Like, you can use them as a consumable in battle. So we're just going to take out all the enemies in this area real quick. However you want. Uh-oh. No! God dang it. I knew I should have healed before I came in here. Alright, so there's our first example of a stake of Marika. They're a new addition to this game that allow you to respawn where very closely to where you died, kind of near the battle area. There's usually going to be one anytime there's a summon sign, which if you look to your left, where the wolves it shows are now and their health bars, there's usually a little symbol there when you're allowed to use a summon. Or not usually, it's always there. Anytime you summon, there'll be a little sign there. It will indicate so. Get off your horse. Oh no! Get up, get up, get up! Woo! See if I can get a parry. I haven't even shown one yet. You're gonna want to time it. There we go. Deadly, deadly move. Get out of here with that roar crap. So yeah, a parry you're gonna want to right before you get hit. Any type of melee item. Hit L2 if you have a shield equipped with it. It's definitely a very advanced playstyle, probably the most advanced playstyle to be honest. It takes really, really good timing, and if you miss, you know, more than 2 parries in a row on a lot of enemies, you're gonna die. So it's definitely not for the faint of heart. But if you can get good at it, man, I've seen people that just like absolutely wreck bosses with it. So usually anytime you hit it, you're gonna put an enemy in a critical state. So alright, I'm not having fun fighting him on that hill. When we get that war pick that guy has. It's basically like a big, you ever seen a war pick? It's like a giant ice pick with like a little more blunt edge to it. If we can pick that up. Alright, there's the Royal House Scroll, which for our mages will help you guys out. It's got some really good spells I'll go over in it. In the next area, any scrolls you found so far, I recommend not using them yet. You can turn them into Stellan, who's the lady we met, the witch. But I wouldn't give them to them. First of all, she's a witch, so like who trusts her? But second, spoilers, but she may or may not be trustworthy, and she may or may not move around at some point. So any NPC you give your scrolls to, which are not, they're single use, and once you give them to someone, you can't change it. And if that person may come or go, I wouldn't think they'd be a good candidate to give scrolls. Like, you know, that way, if you don't buy everything they have immediately, like, you know, you won't be able to come back and get it later if they ever move, or I just wouldn't give it to her. So any scrolls like that you have, hold on to them. I'm going to show you someone real soon that you can give them to, and he'll be available throughout the game no matter what happens. He doesn't die, he doesn't turn bad, he doesn't move or anything like that. And it's where I highly recommend you give all your faith or intelligence casts, incantations, whatever you want to call them, because he's really cool. He actually specializes in both, so he can you can give him faith and intelligence, and he will oh, thank God we didn't get a critical hit there. And he will teach them to you. So you can have that all kind of nice and neat in one little area. And that way you don't have to, run around to 5 different merchants trying to learn. Ooh, my fairy game's on today. That way you don't have to go to like 5 different merchants to, learn all your spells, and you don't have enough money to learn them all, right up front. You have to come back, you forget who has what and where they are. It just makes it so much easier just to give them all to one person and know they're all there. We're gonna grab this grace. And if you didn't notice, we actually crossed over to another island. And you can actually jump over up there where we fought. You're having trouble with this bridge, which you really shouldn't at this point. But up where we fought the Darewill in the Evergel, you can actually jump over. There's like a small gap up there somewhere. But this is Weeping Peninsula to the south. Hop off and talk to this young lady.
Is somebody there? Might I bend your ear for a moment, please? My name is Irina. The servant's there. But I swear I heard my good father secreted me. I decided himself to stay. He says, the servants are full wrath, filled with hatred for every one of us. They've since come for every one of the I fear it's no please. Would you mind taking a letter to my soul wishes that he escape? Even if please. Thank you. Then please.
She's going to give us a letter to deliver to her father, who's the last man still fighting at the castle they're from. I'll refill my pots real quick. You can do fire grease too. Blood grease is going to work better on bosses because the multiple small enemies are going to have smaller health bars. Usually you don't build up bleed enough when you'll kill them before their bleed meter fills. So I'm gonna spend more on fire and then use the bleed stuff for like if we get to a boss that's vulnerable to bleed damage. Alright, you can see now a whole new continent's opening up down here. The map's going to be just straight ahead down this road, and you can see over there above Perry on the left, that little looks like an archway with words on it. That's the symbol that we can use our summon. You probably figured that out at this point, but just covering all my bases in case you hadn't really been paying attention to when you can do it, or thought you could only do it with bosses, or I don't know. There we go. I don't think we have stats. Yeah, we don't have enough strength. We got the brass shield though. I think we can actually use the shield early. I don't think it has no skill, which is cool. So you can't parry with it, but you can do your L2 attack. There's the Morningstar, which can be another really, really good weapon if you are a strength build or quality build, either one. You'll see a lot more of these guys soon. They're not as bad as they look either. They look really tough, but they're really, really weak. You drop a cleaver, which is another good strength weapon. There's an item over here in front of this giant. Our dogs are probably just going to attack the giant outright, I bet. Yeah, we've got enough health, we can do it. Already staggered him. See if this shield works. Yeah. I guess when you don't meet the requirements, it only affects like whatever skill it has. I don't know. Just do it. Uh-oh, he's killed all our boys. I rolled through that. Why didn't he move? Go to sleep. They give you close to 1,000 runes, so I usually knock him out whenever I see him. Again, the Morningstar though, great weapon. On my first playthrough, this is my second. Here's another one of these guys, by the way. On my first playthrough, I used it in all the underground areas, as I was telling you earlier. It's really good to have a strike weapon that you can use in the caves and catacomb areas, because a lot of the enemies have hard rock skin and are impervious to normal or slash damage, which is the most common kind. It's gonna, all the swords and a lot of the twin blades and stuff have slash damage, which do absolutely nothing to those enemies. But strike damage will absolutely wreck them, which is what a Morningstar is. So it's like a secondary weapon you'll use anytime you go underground and fight those, hard shelled type enemies. Here's another merchant. He's got some cool armor, if you want to buy that. And he's got a smithing too, which we definitely want. We'll grab the other ones as well. Another pot. Definitely gets anytime there's a stone sword key. Definitely grab it. And we also got the Crimson Amber Medallion, which if you don't have a medallion you want right now, this will increase your health. So it's a cool one. It doesn't increase a lot, however, and we'll get some stuff soon that it's not gonna last you for long, because the amount it raises your health is minimal, and we'll get some really good talismans, and you're gonna be wanting some spots here soon, because you're gonna have too many good ones and not know where to put them. And I like some of that armor, so we're gonna grab that as well. See what they look like here. Check out our fashion souls. Kind of like the mail. So it is the best protection. So when we got on chain legs. So they're about the same weight. A little bit lighter and a little bit less protection. I do like this chest piece though. I think I may stick with that. We got this Caden one too, which is the like Viking looking guys. Unlock that. And also the Tree and Beast Surcoat, which is like the soldier guys. We've been fighting a lot. Still says our Vagabond is the best. This one's a little lighter though. Yeah, I'm just gonna go with this one for a little bit just to mix it up. Try something new. And he also has a bastard sword there, so Alright, we're at 34 minutes. We're going to come in and out of here, come back here later. But I do want to show you, like I said, try to find you a good starting spell or weapon, depending on what your playstyle is going to be. So I'm not going to stop and fight every enemy or animal in the way. There's one thing I'm after. If you've played this game before, you know what it is. Where is it? I always forget where this one is. While you're here, too, it's probably a good idea to just run in the church, because you're going to get a free upgrade to your healing flask. There it is. It's in the church anyways. Alright, so grab the Sacred Tear and Flame of Frenzy. So you've now got probably the best faith incantation in the entire game. In my opinion, definitely the best spammable one. You can use it over and over and over and over. And you gotta watch your build up on your madness bar. But even if you trip it, it's not a huge deal. You just are staggered for a minute. But you usually stagger the person you're fighting too, so they usually don't get anything in. Alright, so we're gonna go back to Kale, or not Kale, but his counterpart, whatever this merchant bro's name is. I don't think I have a yeah.
Not finished yet.
There's a bastard sword too if you want to use it. In the kukri or whatever here. They're really cool. They're good good throwing weapons, like backups. Okie doke. That's our boy down there shooting arrows at us. How much time we got left? 20 minutes. Yeah, I'll get through the start of it. I'll go ahead and knock this out. It's real easy. Seek through what's beast. See where we are in the map right here. Just follow the road straight down. Go to the merchant. There's Spirit Spring launches you up here. So in order to unlock that, we got to find 3 hidden beasts. Well, if you turn around, there's one there. They're basically just ghost turtles. There's one there. There's one here. Oh, there's messages saying it's there. Okay, there it is. So the seal opens. Come up. There's a memory stone. So now we can equip another incantation or spell if you want to. Are we gonna have time? Can we get it done? I don't know. It's gonna be very close, ladies and gentlemen. Alright, so there is the map on that little statue thing there. Better come in kind of weaving through this area. Oh, that's what we're avoiding. Try to cut behind these when you can. Then the giant rock. As soon as he fires, we're going to take off for him. This guy's pretty easy to stagger after the ones we've defeated elsewhere. Or just outright kill. Should definitely be easy at this point. This is Morn Castle. It's not a legacy dungeon, but it's kind of like a mid-sized dungeon. The Grace. Nothing in here. I don't understand the point of this room. Maybe I'm missing something. Alright, so we're gonna go up here and enter an area with a million enemies. Literally, there's probably close to 20. And maybe 5 dogs. See, they're all standing on that pile over there. You can go through this area and not fight any of them if you want. Alright, so we got both of them guys. We got the item. We're gonna walk over this way and crouch. We don't want them seeing us. But we want to take these little doggies out. So I recommend calling your summon. Here comes the party. Try to keep it over here, or else those guys are gonna get involved. Okay. Alright. So let's see. Oh, it's difficult trying to find the best way to come at this. Really just gotta get in there and start mixing it up. You know what? You could stand back. I've never tried that, but maybe I'll stand back and damn it, bait them with the Kakiri. Comes another. Yeah, I think we're getting there. Just be careful. They damage really builds up quick. Come on, man. There's also one big one with the axe, so just be ready. You can use the trees to give you distance if you need them. Alright, it's just me and him now. Shit, he's got a really delayed swing. It's so hard not to dodge early. Or late like that. Man, my timing's all off now. Gotcha. Alright, and I'm not going to go all the way through this area, but always pick up all the butterflies because they allow you to make arrows. In this case, fire arrows you can make with these butterflies. I don't know how, but that's how it works. Definitely don't want to. I was gonna kill him, but I'd have to reload the area, get a rest in. Alright, so we're gonna head this way. And again, I'm not gonna finish the castle. I just want to get you this weapon. Actually, it's right here. Another really good dex strength weapon. Claymore, the classic, all the way back off the top rope from Demon Souls, the original. Slamming the shit out of enemies all throughout the games. It's freaking a really good one. I used it a lot too, first playthrough. Before I got up to like plus 20, used it past halfway. Got a really the best sword moveset in the game, I think. It's got a quick side to side slash to take out whole groups, and an R2 that's basically a two-handed thrust that looks freaking sick. I guess it's a one-handed thrust if you're using it one-handed, right? But oh shit! I thought he was dead. We still haven't bought a bow, have we? I don't know what I was thinking. I got you guys a bow you can use, but you gotta get your int and dex up if you're not doing that. So I'm just gonna let these guys kind of whittle out each other. I don't want to die. Although I don't really have a ton of health, it doesn't really matter. Or health. I mean runes. Where's the... There it is. Shit. I'm gonna die. Yep. It's all good. I'll just pick the next one up from there and hit the save point. Alright, we got 10 minutes left. Let's see. I don't think I'm going to be able to grab the other thing I wanted. Yeah, we'll do that. You need to get up this way. Ah, there it is. So there, over in this corner here, there's a teleport, which we're gonna just want to call that to your attention so you know where it's at. Cool. Alright. So what we're wanting to do is get up here to this church. Which what I'm trying to do is get our magic brethren a nice staff and a really good spell to use to get started. And we're invaded. Anytime you're kicked off your horse, that means you're being invaded. There'll always be a NPC that'll spawn in. You can see right here. She'll usually do a lot of damage, but I think we've got enough health. Yeah, we can eat her lunch. Oh no! I'm gonna say that and die. How embarrassing. Just hope your dodges are on point this time. It's a good time to use blood if you have it. Got her. So we'll get another talisman, which increases your holy damage, but causes you to receive more elemental damage, basically. More cookbooks. Hit the Lost Grace. Get you a well-deserved rest. And surprise, surprise, it's our girl. She's gonna ask us if we'd like to see the Roundtable hold, which is where all the tarnished go to, all the champions like us. You tell her yes, because you have no option. And then she takes you back to Meemaw's house for the first time. So there's a lot of NPCs in here. You can just have fun talking to them. This is Sir Gideon Ofnir. They talk about it at the cutscene at the beginning of the game. This is Dialos, which is really emo loser dude. D, who's real cool. You can get his armor real soon. If you jump down there's an invasion. If you've been leveling your vigor up like me, it'll be easy. But if not, good luck. over here is the Twin Maiden Husk. This is where you buy items. It's really stocked right now. This is for casting miracles, so if you don't have it, pick it up. Other than that, you got another memory and stone sword keys and some decent armor. So whatever you want, it's up to you. Our girl Roderica will come in here soon. I think pretty sure we've already talked to her. But we've got just enough time left, and thankfully here is our blacksmith.
You're a new face. No matter. It's all the same. Lay out your arms.
You can talk to him. Why are you a prisoner? Ash of Wars. You can duplicate them. So if you find one you really like and you dual wield a weapon, you can put it on both. But we'll get plenty of duplication items for that. And we can upgrade further. So we can take the halberd to level 4 now. And actually, I think even 5, because sorry, 2 and 4. Yeah, we don't have enough. Got a ton of smithing stone ones. So anything you want to upgrade at this point, knock yourself out. You've got plenty. And in the guide here, I didn't have time, but in the next episode, I'm going to take you and get a really good staff to start out for mages. That's going to be way better than what you have. And it'll be the best one you can get probably till about 80% through the game. Here's a good dex arcane weapon if you're going to do blood. Here's a good strength or quality weapon if you want to do that. These are really good that we just randomly got, and you can pick them up and buy them or get the demi-humans to drop them. That's a really good dex pair if you want to do dual and put bleed on those. They're really good. Here's a really, really good quality weapon to start with. The Morningstar is really good as a backup, or it's a good strength weapon or quality weapon. Another really good strength weapon is a great axe, and one of the best. If you're gonna do strength with a little bit of faith, you're gonna need 12 faith, which isn't really a lot, but I wouldn't quite call it quality because quality usually goes higher than 14 on dex, but this thing is freaking amazing too. So that's another good starter. But we've got several. I'm gonna grab you a couple more. I'm gonna get you a really good faith cast couple, and which we got the one already, which is the madness one that we found. I'm having a brain fart right now. But you know what I'm talking about, the one we got in the church that my dumbass was looking in the wrong spot. Flame of Frenzy. Yeah, it's one of the best in the game. So we'll get you going. We're only a few episodes in. We're already going to have you really upgraded, thoroughly upgraded weapon to probably like +5. And we'll probably get like somewhere around that. If you have a regular weapon as well, either +5 or super weapon, either way, we'll get you there. So hang tight. In the next one, we'll go into that a little further. Thanks for watching. See you then.